YouTube is happening. It is Saturday, June 21st, so we're going to talk about MLB first today. We have 15 games on the schedule that you see before you. Look at all those beautiful games. We're going to talk about these. We're going to look at the spreadsheet. We're going to look at the props, see if we can find some advantages to help us have hopefully a nice profitable day. Let's take a look at yesterday because we always cover the day before. Had these plays out there. We started off with the day game, Seattle, Chicago. It was since it was the only game and it was Friday afternoon, I wanted to have a little fun. So I actually put together parlays just for the game itself. Sent that out to the members just because, hey, why not? Let's have fun. So Seattle money line and the over hit for a nice plus 300 on top of the straight bet we already had for the over. So that was a beautiful day. Now the little long shots, those were long shots. Those obviously don't matter for much, but hey, some of them were close. They were close. So I need to start doing more of those apparently. Also come back to here. So Texas won. Over Miami did not hit. Cincy didn't hit. Philly crushed nicely. Arizona, Colorado might be the easiest play of the day. I told you 95 degrees, Coors at this Coors Field, and the altitude and the wind blowing out. Easy recipe for 1,000 runs. Houston won by 1 in extra. So over hit. Nervy did not, and over hit again. And have 24-mile-an-hour winds over in San Fran. Some people are like under all day because of the stadium, which I hate. Whatever. Cool. Understood. 24 miles, and then the team bat. How does Devers go 0 for 5? How? Whatever. What was this? I think I did the math on this. Just on this sheet here was 6 and 4, and then you count the parlay hit up there because why not? Either way, it was a profitable day. We had a great day. So if you want the plays typed out for every sport that I do, or you want access to the spreadsheets so you can do your own research for every sport, check out the HQ. Simple as that. So enough of that. We got our 15 games. Let's stop wasting time. Let's jump to that first one right now. All right, before we jump into the first game, we need to go ahead and look at the weather too, because it matters apparently with the wind and whatnot, because the wind helped out yesterday with the Chicago game. I don't know if it helped at all in the San Fran game, but it was still crazy to see 24 miles an hour regardless. So, and definitely in the Coors game, Arizona, Colorado, definitely mattered a lot. So we have Tampa, a little bit of rain, no wind. Yankees, nothing to worry about, no wind at all. If it's less than 10 miles an hour, I don't care. Minnesota blowing left out there at 13. St. Louis blowing out at 12, so maybe a little something. Chicago blowing out at 21. Oh my God, that's a lot of wind. Compared to yesterday, it was 13 miles an hour. It's 92, 21, and it's, oh my, what is that over under? Let me just go ahead and see it. It's not, what is it? 13, that's what it is today. They called on the day, they said, hold up now, yeah, okay. Toronto, San Fran, only 17 out today with not much there. A little cooler on the weather, but hey, whatever. Pittsburgh, 90, but in. Miami, Philly, out at 8. San Diego, out at 11. Colorado, 11. Again, 96 degrees, hot. So yeah, you can see it's going to be a windy day at a lot of these places. So overs might have a nice, beautiful day out there. So enough of that. Let's go ahead and get to the first one, which is going to be, is it going to be? Yeah, it's going to be Detroit and Tampa. Hometown, let's go. We're starting off with Tampa favored slightly at 130 with a 9 total. We got to head over here to the spreadsheet and see what's happening. And look at all the offense. Beautiful stuff. Tampa 6 and 4. I love their 42 and 34, and they ain't even got a stadium. And they're talking about being sold. You know that? Yeah, there's like an investment group that's supposed to be $1.7 billion that might be purchasing them. They're supposed to keep them in Tampa, or try to put them in Tampa, not St. Pete, whatever. Anyways, 7 and 2, you can see all that for the runs, both top 9, number one. Yeah, number 6, yeah. Detroit's good too. Detroit's offense is good. Tampa's really good. Let's see who's pitching. That matters more than anything. So we go over to Outlier, which is in the link in the pinned comment. You click it, sign up, you get a full week for free to use anything you see on this screen. It's there for you for free. So we have it on MLB. This is on the bats. Let's go to the pitchers. I split them up to make it easier to see. So, and we got Pepio going up against who? Sawyer Gibson Long. That is a 100% a bullpen name. I know that is. So let's go ahead and pop up here so we can just open this dude up and see what he's been up to. Because, well, nice stash, dude. Let's see. 2020. Oh, you can't see him. You can't see his stash. There it is. There we go. Scroll down. This season, he's pitched in 3 games. He started the first one on June 4th. He 3 innings, 3 hits, earned run, 3 hits, earned run, 5 hits, 3 earned runs. So he's given up at least a run. That ain't good. And you 3, 4, and 3. So you didn't even start these 2 games. So who knows what Detroit's going to do in this one. So kind of weird. Do like Tampa facing a bullpen. Even though it's Detroit's, who has one of the best bullpens, I still like Tampa in this one for sure. Let's look at Pepio. 2.5 earned runs, only gone over this number 1 out of the last 5 games, which is beautiful. There it is. We can see 3 was the number against Boston. 1, 2, 0, 0 matchups. Let's look them up. Pepio versus Detroit. Historically, there's all your stuff. Righties versus Detroit. Not the best. Tampa versus righties. That's a lot of 3s. That's a lot of high numbers. Okay. Soya, Gibson Long, no data. So I think I'm Tampa at home against a bullpen game with Pepio going out there who's been pitching pretty well. I'm not looking at strikeouts or hits allowed or anything like that because we can't really do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep it real simple in this one. And we're just going to go Tampa on the money line next. All right, moving on to game number 2 is going to be Baltimore and the Yankees. And really, Yankees, your numbers are getting worse? How is that possible? I'm looking at the run numbers, and yeah, they're at 2.3 in the last 10 on average. How? Oh, you lost yesterday. You're 165 today with a 9.5 total. Let's go. We'll figure it out. Let's see. They're 2.3 in the last 10. Are they really that bad? Really? I got to look at how they've been doing. I got to pull to New York, and you're going to follow me on this journey. Come with me. And you can see their schedule on the left right here. You see it? Yeah, 3, 7, 2, 0, 0, 0, 3, 1, 1, 5. Damn, they are bad. Okay, okay. I'm not trusting the Yankees do a damn thing. I saw a thing on Twitter when I woke up this morning that said, if you were betting on Aaron Judge to hit a home run the last week, you're broke. Because he has not hit a home run all week apparently or something. I don't know if anytime I see those Twitter things that they're funny, I don't know how true they are, but they're still fun little stats to see. So yeah, we can't back New York here. Who's pitching? We got to see who's pitching this nonsense. Who is doing it? Because if Baltimore's throwing out a stud, which do we even have a stud? I don't even know if they really have one or not. Eflin, Schmidt, let's look at both. Eflin 3.5. Oh, they got some high hopes for Eflin give up some runs because Yankees only averaged 2.3 in the last 10 games. Like, come on now. And this is Clark Schmidt, 1.2 in the last 5. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. We might be able to take an under in here. We also got to look at the wind for every game apparently because that's going to matter today. So let me go back up and check the wind real quick. Out at 6. Nothing to worry about here. And let's get Eflin, who out. Well, Tampa roughed him up. Tampa knows him. That's a little different. You can't really use this game as a marker because he played for Tampa. So half the team knows exactly how he pitches. They know everything about him, including the managers, everything. So no. Now, he did good here. Let's look at head-to-head. Against the Yankees, he's actually been not bad. Let's look at the matchups. History, Schmidt versus Baltimore. History, Gunnar has a home run, but only a 250 average. O'Hearn has 12 at-bats with a 417. That's nice. We want to see at least a 400 or higher if we're going to do a batter prop. Because I know some of you want to see batter props. I get it. I understand. But they're the hardest thing to hit. If 3 for 10 is an all-star, you're batting 300. That's amazing. Yeah, he's 417, and it's still hard to hit. That's why I look for history versus pitchers and how are you doing lately. We find it here, we combine there, we take it. So, and it works out pretty well usually. And they need at least double-digit at-bats. I can't be trusting somebody who's got 6 at-bats going 3 for 5 thinking that's amazing. That's not. That's one game. No. I need, and then you got somebody like Mullins down here, 0 for 11 ass. Like, what the hell? Like, what? And then Adley's 1 for 14. Like, okay, Clark Schmidt ain't bad for real. Look at the righties. There you go. And then Yankees versus righties. Yeah, of course. Yeah. And then we got Yankees versus Eflin. And I see 2 home runs. I am not that impressed. Bellinger's got a 308 and 13 at-bats. Cool with a home run. Only an 846 OPS, though. That's not that impressive. Volpe, 333 and 18. Cool. 722, even worse. These aren't impressive numbers for OPSs, especially when you have 300 averages. I think I'm going to take the under. I think I'm liking this. Combine those two with the fact the Yankees can't do a damn thing on offense, apparently, and Baltimore's on the road going against somebody who's shut them down, looks like. Yeah, under 9.5, 115, put on the board. Yes. Next. Moving on to game 3. We got Milwaukee and Minnesota. Currently, we got Minnesota 125 favorite with a 9.5 total. 9.5, you say? What's that wind? 13 to the left field pole, apparently. I'm just going to show you every time there is the wind. I'm just going to click into it to remind you. And it's 92 degrees in Minnesota. How is it? How is it hotter in Minnesota than Tampa? It's only 90 today here. Like, all right, whatever. All right, cool. Let's go back to the spreadsheet. Let's look at the numbers. Yeah. Yep. Oh, buddy. Yeah, that leans Milwaukee. 6-4, 2-8 for Minnesota. Not good, guys. What are you doing? You're pretty average overall. You're just average on the main 3 categories for RBS. You both strike out a ton. We might be able to take a strikeout prop. Did you see the Milwaukee rookie last night? He has 11 innings with 1 hit allowed so far. That is better than Skeens last year. That's better than, hell, find me another rookie who started off hotter than 11 in 2 starts. I got to see it because dude is amazing. So we'll see how long it goes on for, though. So props, pitching, let's see. Let's get rid of Schmidt. Okay, we're 2 for 2 on plays. Let's see if we make it 3 for 3. Simeon Woods Richardson, over strikeouts. I will never take a strikeout prop that's 3.5, unless you're a bullpen dude who might go like 3 innings. But Woods Richardson ain't a strikeout dude. He is a ground ball merchant. That's what he is. We know that's what he is. There's nothing special about him. We know this. And only problem is he's getting more strikeouts, which is weird. Am I going to take this? I just contradicted myself like crazy. Like, what the hell? No, I'm not taking this. 4-1-4-4-4. Not a chance. No. Quintana, walks allowed. Okay. Minnesota, how are you walks? 19th? Not taking that. Let's just look at their ERAs and get the hell out of here because I am not loving this one. This ain't McDonald's. This like Long John Silver. This is disgusting. This ain't good. So I ain't loving it. Wood Richardson versus Milwaukee. There you go. No data really. 2 at bats for Haas with 1 home run. Cool. Righties versus Milwaukee. Minnesota versus lefties. I never really pay attention to the righties because everybody's about the same. You know, some are obviously a little bit better. Lefties, I kind of like to kind of glance at and see who is really good and who really sucks. There's some really good ones and really bad ones out there. Quintana versus Minnesota historically. Historically, Bader's got a 333 and 12 at bats. Outside of that, nobody's doing. Well, there's a home run here, but not enough at bats. So I don't earn runs. You were averaging 3.2 earned runs in your last 5 games, and you were averaging 3 earned runs. So far, that's a 6.2 combination. We're over here looking at a top 10 offense between runs, hits, batting average, hits, and ribbies, and then a mid offense. We have an over of 9.5, and we have wind at 13 miles an hour. This could be a higher scoring game. So guess what we're going to do? Over. We're going to have a lot of plays today. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell you right now it's going to be a lot of plays. I hope you're ready. I might have 15 plays. I've never had a full day of betting, but hey, I would love it. So we're going to take the over 9.5 because we're going to trust both pitchers who have shown that they can give up runs. See, boom. Yeah, you were good against Houston, sure, but now you got some wind. You got good bats. Yeah, give me the over. Next. All right, game 4 is going to be Cincinnati and St. Louis. Currently, it is 190 St. Louis at home with a 9 total. Just come with me the weather. Let's go. Scroll down the weather. There we go. 12 miles an hour blowing out to left center with no wind, but 97 degrees. Hot. Yeah. Ball going to travel today. It's going to be a good one today. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun day overall. Go back to the spreadsheet or to the spreadsheet mid. As long as the offenses aren't terrible today and the pitchers aren't just stellar, it's going to be a lot of overs. I know it is. It's just one of them days. It's going to be a high scoring affair of a day. And I ain't mad at it. I love it. Chicks dig the long ball, and so do I. So, oh, buddy, let's go. Give me bad pitching. Sonny Gray. Okay, who's Sonny Gray going against, though? We need to know because I don't know. That means we got to come over here. All right, we're back at the schedule. We got to see it is Brent Suter going out there. Let's open it up and take a look and see he is a bullpen guy with a 2.91 this season, 21 Ks. Last 5 games of pitching, you see what he's been up to. Outside this game against Detroit, he's been pretty good in his 1 inning of work, but Detroit roughed him up a little bit. Perfect. That's what you want to see if you're taking on a bullpen, especially if you're their team. So that's good information. Let's go to the props and do a little deeper dive on Mr. Gray here. Sonny earned runs 2.5. Let's take a look, a little peek ski, shall we? And see that, well, he's at 1.8 in the last 5, which is actually pretty good. Matchups, load him up. Gray versus Cincy historically. Well, Gavin has a nice 444. Is that Gavin? That is Gavin. 444, 9 at bats. See, that's pretty good. 9's close enough. I can count that. 444, that's what, 5? 4 for 9? 1.4, 2 ribbies. Steer, though. Steer, I didn't even see this. Why did I not notice this? 7 at bats, 429, 2 home runs, 5 ribbies, and a 1.7. See, I'll allow 7 at bats to count because when you're just teeing off like that, yeah, it's pretty good. That's what, 4 for 7, 3 for 7. That's 3 for 7. But 2 of them went really, really far. Yeah, we can do that. We need to go over here and take a look at the batter prop now. I know so you want to see it. So let's look for Steer or Lux. Either one. Either one will be good. We got McLean. Pedro and Walker. Oh, Steer, where you at, buddy? How far down are you? Let's pop up to the last 10. Maybe pop up here. Friedel. Friedel's in the list. And then nothing. Stevenson, McLean, nothing. Steer. There's Steer. Let's open up Steer and take a look at him anyways, because why not? He might be worth a shot. Yeah, just to get a hit, he is 6 out of 10 to get a hit. HRR wise, he is 4 out of 10. So head to head, you can see what he's doing. I'm not going to take that. We're going to pass on Steer. Not good enough. I know he's got 2 and 7, but nah, not good enough for me. I still like the fact that, let's keep looking. Cincy versus righties, there's your numbers. St. Louis versus lefties, there's your numbers. You don't play much. And then Suter versus St. Louis, 400 with a home run, intended bats with a 1.4 for Nolan. Outside of that, much is red. I don't like this game, actually. I don't. The wind's blowing out, yeah, but I don't know. But Sonny Gray's good. He's a good pitcher. And then they got a bullpen roll on the other side. I think this one I'm actually going to pass on. We're going to, so much for the perfect day. Let's pass, and I don't even have a lean, really. So, yeah, if I leaned anything, it would be just to take the bat prop we looked at. Other than that, I would just leave this game alone. We got other games. There's 15 games. Be picky. So let's move on. Next. All right, moving on to Seattle and Chicago. Over. Next. I mean, look, it's 13. I mean, we got to talk about it. We got to have a serious conversation. Is 13 worth it? Like yesterday was what? I think we took it at 9.5. Yeah, that made sense. I was like, okay, that's cool. I feel good about 9.5. I even would have considered like maybe 10.5, but 13 is high. I know the wind's blowing out 8 more miles an hour than it was, and we must have bad pitching today too. So it's Chicago 165 with a 13 total, which let's just come over here. Let me show you the weather first, actually. Make sure you see what I'm seeing. 21, 92. Yeah, the ball should be flying today, but 13 is a lot. Like, yeah, I considered 97 and 12. I might have to go over anyways. All right, I rescind my pass. I rescind it. Over. What was that over? I keep seeing 97 degrees and 12 miles an hour, and I know when it's hot like that, the ball travels further. It just does. That's how it works. That's science. And then you throw 12 miles an hour behind average bats, because both of them were average. We saw. I know Sonny Gray is a good pitcher, but he might have a rough day, and I'm okay with that. 9 is our total. I can actually get 9. Cool. So we're going to go over 9 in the Cincy St. Louis game. Now we come back down to our game we're on now, which is this one. 13, though? Do we want to rock a 13? 21 at 92 is ridiculous. So let's look at the spreadsheet. We see Cubs are struggling a little bit. Seattle took the win yesterday. Beautiful stuff. That was a beautiful little 2-leg parlay. I might start doing those more often just because that was fun. That was a fun little sweat. People in the little Patreon chat we were having conversations about it. It was fun times. Fun times indeed. So let's go over to props. Go look at the pitching. Let's see what we got. Boop, boop. Right there. And we got Emerson Hancock going up against Cade Horton. Here's a who. So earned runs, Horton versus Hancock, earned run. They're both 3.5, 2.5. Oh, man. Oh, man. Well, you're at 1.6 in your last 5, and you are at 1.6 in your last 5 as well. How many home runs you all be giving up? I wish I could see that. I'm sure there is a way, but let's go over here and look. Horton, nothing versus Seattle. Righties versus Seattle, there you go. Chicago versus righties, there you go. Hancock versus Chicago. Nothing standing. Suzuki has a home run, but other than that, nothing. Not much data. So we have 2 pitchers that are, and we have a 13 total. 13's high. It's high for a reason, though. We know how Wrigley is. It's Wrigley. We know these things happen. Do we dare? Do we dare do it? Do we do it? Like, 5th in home runs, 14th in home runs. So even though they're not great at runs or batting average or even hitting the ball, when they hit it, it goes very far. And that's kind of what they do. They've been doing this year. Remember how the first month of the season started? Those Arizona-Chicago games? That's what I think we're going to have today. 13 is ridiculous. I can't. Can I take like a better line? Can I at least get 12.5? I would feel so much better about 12.5. Let me give me an alt total, please. Alt total. Load them up. Yeah, give me 8. That'd be great. Over 8 is 900 right now. What the? Over 12.5 is 130. I think I feel better with one. Hell, we should just go for the gusto, shouldn't we? Go for a 13.5. 130, 115 plus 115 over 13.5. That's ridiculous. Let's do it. I like it. I like it. We're going wild today. Wind is going to be our friend today. The weather is, Mother Nature is a baseball enthusiast today. So over 13. I'm going to keep it at 13 even. That's just a cool number. I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, let's move on. All right, moving on to Chicago and Toronto, a place where we don't have to worry about the wind if you're not worrying about that. Currently, it is Toronto 210 with a 8.5 total. On the spreadsheet, look at the numbers. leans Toronto a little bit. Nothing too crazy, except Chicago strikeouts are bad, very bad. Let's pop over here and look at that. It's I already started looking through this one a little bit. Today's pitching is going to be Savale versus Berrios. We go up here. Berrios earned runs 2.5. He's averaging 2 in the last 5 games. Savale's averaging 1.8. They're both doing pretty decent to the point where I don't know what I want to take in this one. Berrios, you can see history versus the White Sox. He has a lot of home runs against them. Yeah, you have a home run in 5 at-bats. Benintendi has 30 at-bats with a 300 average with a home run. You see, yeah, everything's there. So, righties for Chicago, there you go. Toronto versus righties, and Savale versus Toronto. And again, we have a few more home runs, 400 averages. Everything's equal. Nothing's really standing out in this one. And the fact Chicago won yesterday is really weird. So, I'm going to pass on this one. 100% pass. Next. All right, let's keep the flow going. Moving on to San Francisco and Boston. What is their win today? Oh, it's nothing like it was yesterday, right? Nothing crazy. Not that. Apparently, it doesn't matter. Appreciate everybody in the comments who put stuff about the stadium, because I didn't know the dynamics of San Francisco Stadium, because one, I've never been there. And I don't really just know things about stadiums, unless it's Wrigley. I know Wrigley, I know Coors Field, because they're just known for betting. So that's about it. Oh, look, it is just straight out 17, if that matters to you. There you go. So game lines, who do we got? It is 132 San Fran with a 7.5 total. They hit the over yesterday, thankfully. Good stuff. Spreadsheet wise, I don't know how, but they did. I took it. I took it because the pitching was iffy. So the pitching was very not good. So let's see what we got today in pitching over here. Today in this one, we're going to have Roop. Roop. I wish they bumped him back down to 4.5 hits. Oh, has he been that good really recently? Oh. And Bello earned runs is always nice, right? Maybe. Hell, both these dudes gotten better. What? Yeah, his 5.54 is going down. Hell, 2025. Look, he is consistent. He is so consistent. Going up against Boston, who doesn't hit the ball much. I don't want to take this, so we're gonna just change it to earn runs, and we can see. Oh, that's a 6 spot. That ain't good. You were good for the month of May. You liked May, and all of a sudden June hit, and you're like, well, I don't know about that. So he don't like June. Bello earned runs, averaging 1.8. What were you averaging in yours? Last 5, you're averaging 2. Okay. That's a low. That's a low total with a couple teams that are under and the win, supposedly. We might be taking an under in this one. 7.5? How crazy would that be? Let's look at the matchups. Roop versus Boston history. There you go. Nothing. Against righties, see how Boston's done. San Fran versus righties. There you go. And San Fran versus Bello. They've both been pitching quite well. And they hit the over yesterday. There's no incentive to hit the over today. How hot is it today? 61 degrees. That's with the wind blowing. A little chilly perhaps. Okay. This tells me that they don't do much. 18, 27, 23. They're combining for 8.4. It's 7.5. If this was 8.5, I would take it. But you know what? What we're gonna do? We're gonna go buy to it. Because look, 7.5 over is minus 124. That means the under's plus 110. I don't need plus 110. I want like minus 130 if I can get it. Let me get the 8. Let me get an 8 on there if I can get the alternate total. Because 8's a good number. I can work with that. Under 8 for 119. Absolutely. Absolutely. Good stuff. What's 8.5? 140? We'll stick with the 8. We're going to go under 8 in this one. Under 8. I have so many totals. Under 8 and move on to the next one. Okay, next up we got Texas and Pittsburgh. Currently, it's a pick'em. Why is it a pick'em? I don't know. 8.5 star total. We look at the spreadsheet. We see clearly the lean is for Texas. Pittsburgh's bats are just doing what Pittsburgh's bats usually do, which is not much. So we see Tampa. I saw green in a T. We see Texas is doing quite well. Let's pop over to the props to see who is going to be the pitcher in this one. It's going to be Rocker versus Keller. And we see the two. Only thing standing out is Rocker giving up hits and runs, but that was before. We have his last 5 right here. We can see what he's been up to. We got his injury news update, June 15th called up. We're past that. You can take it off now. But his 2 games since he's been back. He had a game against Tampa, gave 5 runs. It's Tampa, we know this. And White Sox, Pittsburgh's down there with the White Sox. So I think he's going to be more inclined to have a game like this, not this. So let's see. And we go over here, look at his counterpart, Mitch Keller, earned runs, 3 average. Let's do the matchup. Let's break them down. Keller versus Texas historically. There you go. Nothing there for us, really. Righties for Texas. Pittsburgh versus righties. And Kumar versus Pittsburgh. Nothing. So clearly, I think we have, I'm not too concerned. I'm not too concerned. I think I'm taking Texas again. I'm going to trust the hot bats anytime we have 2 pitchers that are kind of close. So yeah, Pittsburgh, they can't score runs. They're 2.9. They're 27th. How are they going to do it? They're batting a buck 96 as a team, not just one guy. A team. That is terrible. That's 9 dudes, probably 10 or 11 if you count the bench. They cannot hit the ball right. So give me Texas money line at 105. Absolutely. Is that the best number? Yep, 105. Give me that. Next. All right, let's move on from Pittsburgh. Now we're going over to Miami and Atlanta. And currently, Miami whooped ass yesterday, didn't they? They did put work on them. They didn't hit the over, though. They had 8 runs. I had 8.5, so we got hooked on the bad side. So sad. Today is Atlanta 150 on the road, 8.5 is our total. Spreadsheet, there are numbers. Everything's kind of mid. And there's nothing really standing out anywhere. Maybe them being top 10 in average, and then hits. They're at home, though. They're 6-4. Hey, we'll see. We had Acuna coming out saying he'll do the home run derby if he's invited, so you better show out. You want to get invited? Let's go over to the props and take a look at who is pitching in this one today. Currently, Braves Mullins, load him up. Grant Holmes and Yuri Perez. Perez 2.5, and Holmes had. Remember, this dude had 15 strikeouts last game and got a lot and didn't get a win. He just didn't get a win. Look, 15, 9, 9. Miami, how are you with strikeouts? You're 6. Man, he's going to be a good strikeout prop to take. Not today, though. Not today. They only get 7. They average 8. Miami's a pretty disciplined team when it comes to not striking out, so we're going to leave them alone. So we're not taking strikeouts. Earned runs, though, we'll look at it. He's been 3.33. He's averaging 2.4 last 5. Perez is only pitching 2 games a season. He's averaging 2.5. It's Miami, so we don't have to worry about no weather, really, so don't particularly love it. I don't love this one. Miami already won yesterday. They're at home. They're batting a little bit better. Grant just had a disgusting game last time. How many hits did he give up in that game? Only 3 with 15 strikeouts. I gotta see how he does again today. I don't love this. Nope. Oh, hey, I didn't do the matchups. Matchups. Perez versus Atlanta. 1-1-1-1-1-1-1. Everybody got a hit. Everybody. But that's only one at bat. You can't really use that data. Righties versus Atlanta. Miami versus righties. Grant Holmes versus Miami. They don't do too well either, so I'm going to leave it alone. There's not enough for me, not enough advantage here to take, so we're going to pass. Next. All right, let's move on from Miami. Now we're going to go San Diego and Kansas City. And currently it is 150 San Diego with a 7.5 total. Come over here to the sheet. We see this. I also got to look at the weather as always, just to make sure everything is good. And this one, San Diego weather is blowing out at 11. That might mean something. BC Casey's offense has been struggling. They got a 4-game streak, though. They're winning. Somehow they're winning. Their pitching is that good. They're winning. So there's the weather, so you can see it. Oh, wind blowing out. Let's go to props. Load them up. Let's see who's pitching in this one. It's going to be Padres. Load them up. And it's Dylan Cease versus Noah Cameron. That is a matchup right there. Of course, Noah Cameron, let's be honest, he had a great first 5 starts, but then the last one against the Yankees, and then let's see what he has been up to since. And then you earn runs going up against KC, who cannot score runs. That's why it's 1.5, and it's over. Okay. Noah Cameron, blah, blah, blah. Don't care. Yeah, Yankees roughed you up, but before, he shut down the A's, shut down St. Louis, shut down Cincy, shut down Minnesota. Impressive, sir. Cease last 5 games has a 3 average, got rocked by the Dodgers a little bit. Hey, what can you do? So, matchups, let's go. Cease versus Royals history. Bobby Witt has a 313 with 16 at bats with only a 728 OPS. That ain't good. That ain't that good. And then we see Garcia's not good. Ooh, some rough ones there. Righties for KC, San Diego versus lefties, and Cameron versus San Diego. I don't like. I don't know if I like this one. Yeah, the bats are leading San Diego, but no, Cameron's good, and yeah, I might leave this one alone too. I see the winds blowing out. I don't really think it's going to be an over game. I don't really trust it under. It's 7.5 as it is. This is another one. I think I'm going to pass. Next. All right, moving on to the next one, which is going to be Philadelphia and the Mets. That's a lot of Philly logos. Oh, buddy. Where's it at? Phillies. There you are. 110. It's a pick 'em. Phillies. Easy. 10 is our total. Interesting. Look at this. Look at all the green versus the red. 7-game streak for the Mets, 8-2 Philadelphia. Clearly one team's doing better than the other. So Philly alone on this stat, you take Philly, right? Why is it a pick 'em though? Why? Let's look at the weather. And maybe that has something to do with it. Where is Philadelphia? There it is. It's blowing out at 8. Not that crazy. Nothing. It's hot though. It's hot. That might matter. Let's go to props. Let's see who's pitching this one. That means everything basically. Who's throwing the ball? So pitching Philadelphia, boop boop, and we have Griffin Canning going up against a Mick Abel. So Mick Abel's a bullpen guy. I'm almost positive, right? Am I right? I could be wrong, but we'll see. started, I need to pull you up over on the ESPN so I can actually make sure I'm right, because I think I am. Follow me. Come with me. And there, we can zoom out so we can see him a little bit. Yeah, win, loss 2. No, he starts. He just started 4 games. Okay, so he starts the 4 games, and those are his stats. Not bad, not impressive. Okay, cool. I could have swore he's a bullpen guy. Maybe I was wrong, but whatever. Here's his stats. You can see what he's been up to. On his earned runs, he's averaging 1.25, and then Griff is averaging 3.2. So not only is the Mets pitcher worse than the Philly pitcher, the Mets bats are miserable compared to the Phillies bats. The streaks are happening. You ride a streak in baseball, whether it's good or bad, because they tend to last for a few games, because you don't have days between games to correct things and break streaks like you do in football or basketball or any hockey. You don't have days to practice. Baseball is game. You'd lucky you get 1 day off a month. So yeah, yep. Matchup. Let's look at this. Mick versus Mets, nothing. Righties versus Mets, there you go. Phillies versus righties, and then Phillies versus Canada. Oh, and then they have good stats. I love Phillies yesterday, -1.5. I love it again today, -1.5. What are we doing? To the point, I can get Philly at a pick 'em like -110. That is beautiful. That is beautiful stuff. I love that. Let's go Philly money line. Just try at that. Yeah, love that. Next. All right, let's get to it. Next up is going to be Arizona and Colorado. Let's see what damage can be done today. How many runs did they end up with yesterday? I don't remember. I need to take a look. At one point, it was 11-6. I know that much. And it ended up being 14-8. That's 22 runs. I love this play yesterday because of the weather and everything, and all the factors were there. And some people are just contrarian bettors, and they see something they're not used to, and they're like, under! I'm like, enjoy that loss, because that's what happens. So, there's a reason why we took it. It wasn't just because the wind was out. We looked at a lot of things out here. So today we have 205 Arizona, 12. See, it's 12. See, that's interesting. Why? Now, what will we do with 12? Let's go look at the weather again. We see it's 96 degrees, which people overlook the temperature a lot. 11 miles an hour, blowing out, and altitude. We gotta remember all of those things matter. 12. Now, the pitcher matters, the bats matter, all that fun stuff. Well, let me show you some of the bats. They're damn good. They're really good. Number 1, number 4 in runs scored, top 6, both of them average, top 6 of them in hits, top 4 in ribbies. They're good at what they do. So ladder over, if you took a ladder over yesterday, I joked around, you probably should have. Hell, this can be combined with the Wrigley over probably, over 12. I get 12. I might bump this to 13. So is 12 the best number? 108? I'll take 12. I think this is going to hit easily. Again, I'd be shocked if it didn't because the pitchers are amazing. I took it over without even looking at the pitchers. Pause. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let's slow the roll. Slow the roll a little bit. I'm a little too excited. The coffee's really kicking in today. So we need this one right here. Who's pitching? Merrill Kelly and Carson Palmquist. Over times 2. Give me 20 runs. Merrill Kelly 3.5. 3.5? Sure, let's look at it. 2.5 is -180. There ain't no shot. Palmquist, you might as well be a 4.5 today, buddy. You see you're averaging 2.4 in your last 5, and you're averaging 3.6 in your last 5. Yeah, yep. Not looking good for the pitchers today in this one. Palmquist versus Arizona. There's your data. Yep, and then lefties versus Arizona. There you go. Herrera has 417, pretty good. Colorado versus righties. Yep, there you go. And then Merrill Kelly versus Colorado looks pretty good on paper. Look at the stats. Looks good, right? We'll see. We'll see how it is today. So, now I'm not saying Colorado's going to win, Colorado plus, whatever. No, I'm saying over. Arizona could win this game 14-0. It could easily happen. We don't know. But I'm going to take the damn over. We're going to trust the weather like we did. We're trusting the temperature, the wind, and the altitude. All 3 mixed with these bats. Next. All right, moving on to the next one. Oh, let me fix this. I was showing everybody the weather. Man, 3 games left. Houston Angels now. Currently, we got 115 for the Angels with a 8.5 total. Angels are favorite, huh? Really? Let's see why. Why? Why are the Angels favored? Houston's 8-2. They're top 3 in every category almost offensively. They're probably the hottest team overall. Yeah, you got Tampa and Arizona, but they're not number 1 or 2 or 3 and everything. So let's just take a little look at who's pit. What's the weather? What's the weather in Anaheim? Wind blowing out 69 degrees. Nice. Nothing standing out for real though. Weather's not an issue there. So it's got to be pitching, right? Who could be pitching to make the Angels favored? I can't think of it. It's Soriano versus Brandon Walter. Well, Walter was not good last time out, right? He was not. That might be why. That might make me want to leave this game alone. So, no, Walter's been decent. He's pitched and started 3 games this year. He gave up nothing to Tampa in 5 innings, 6 innings, 2 to Cleveland, 6.21 to Minnesota. Those are good numbers. What are we talking here? What are we doing? And then we see Soriano's his last 5. He gave up 7 to Boston. No, I think Walter might be better. Just saying, he might be. What's Walter's strikeouts? Why does this sound familiar? Strikeouts? That's right. Yes, that's what we're going to take. Oh, Brandon Walter strikeouts. Why? Why am I shaking my hands with an evil laugh? Because Angels suck at strikeouts. 28 to 10. Yes, sign me up. Now, we've already been burned by a Houston strikeout artist who didn't get any strikeouts a couple days ago in Valdez. That burner's really good. So I'm gonna do it again though. I'm crazy. Definition of saying he's doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. Well, I expect the Houston pitcher to hit his strikeout prop. That's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna go Walter over 4.5 Ks. Because 4.5 seems so simple. So simple when he did this against these teams when Angels were 28th in strikeouts. Let's look at the matchups though. Soriano, pop over here. There you go. And we can see his numbers. Yep. And then nothing there. Houston versus righties. Cool. Angels versus lefties. It's not because someone's going to say, but the Angels crush lefties. They're going to say that because they started off the season really hot against lefties. So do you think they're hot now? You think they're hot now? No, they got one dude who does decent against lefties and another one who has 6 at bats. They don't do nothing against lefties anymore. So they might be just straight ass against lefties. So, and Walter never faced him. So yeah, give me Walter to strike out. I might have multiple ladder plays today. I want to ladder the Wrigley game. I want to ladder the Coors Field game. I want to ladder this game with him. Hell, there's a few things. I might just do something with Philly. This is a good weekend. Good start. Good, awesome stuff. I'm taking Walter strikeouts next. All right, next up, second to last game, we got Cleveland and the A's. Currently is Cleveland slight favorites at 125. 9.5 is our total. Spreadsheet. Ugh. Too much. Look at all that red. Potential nerfy, but I'm going to be honest. Nerfies are just a pain in my ass. They are the ops. I ain't got time for the nerfies anymore. I'm going to leave them alone for a little bit. Don't let you complain if you want. I'm not. I put this here for you, not for me. I hate nerfies. So, but look, let's look at props. Who's pitching today? It's going to be Mitch Spence versus somebody that we used to know. Who is it? Louis Ortiz, and that's got to be LL Ortiz because it's Cleveland, so it's got to be LL Cool J Ortiz. Why does he not have props though? That's kind of weird. Let's look. That's highly questionable. I don't know why. Let's see. You're at 2.2 earned runs. Let's look at the matchup. Spence versus Cleveland. Anything of note? No. Righties versus Cleveland. Cool. A's versus lefties. Couple. Wilson 383. Not bad. And then wait. Now it says Logan Allen. What are we doing? Who's going out there? See now we got confusion. One outlier has Logan Allen. ESPN's showing LL. Huh? See, somebody's wrong. It's probably ESPN, but who knows? There's your sheet. If you want to play this by all means, I don't want to play this garbage. I'm gonna move on to that last game. All right, last game is gonna be Washington and the Doyas. Let me see, put my sheet on that one too. And currently we have 240 for the Dodgers with a 9.5 total. Dodgers got the win yesterday. It was a little suspicious on the line. Remember we talked about that. I said, don't be surprised if Washington wins. Hey, they kept it close. Plus 1.5 hit. You could, hey, the money line didn't hit, but plus did, right? It was what was the score? Yeah, it was 6-5. Dodgers won. So the line, everything was spot on, pretty good. So let's look at the sheets and we can see the numbers today. Yeah, 1-9, lost. They're starting a new streak. Here they go. Oh man, let's come over here and look at some pitches. Who's pitching in this game right here? Load you up. It is Dustin May versus Jake Irvin. May earned runs and 1.5 though. Damn, it's pretty good. And let's look. Top two, both teams were in the top 4 in strikeouts, so you don't want to take that at all. So we got earned runs and we got Irvin at 3.5 earned runs. Damn, you must suck against the Dodgers. That's the first thing I'm thinking. May sucks against everybody apparently. My God, 3.523. That's a 2.8 average. He doesn't suck. I take that back. I rescind my insult. I take that back. You were just below average. That's all you are. And really 2.8's actually average. Like I said before, you're 3 or better. I'm good. So let's look. Actually, let's pop the other side. Look at Irvin first. 3.2. Now see, you're above average. Like you're that's above 3. I don't like that. So you kind of suck. You can have the insult there. You get it. Move on. Matchups. May versus Washington. There's your stats. Nothing really standing out. Righties versus Washington. Nothing. Dallas. What? I don't know why I said Dallas. Dodgers versus righties. There's your numbers. And then Irvin versus LA. And then 364 for Mookie. And then that's 11 at bats, but only a 780. That's it. Really? You need things like Teoscar to hit 10 home runs, 10 at bats, 300, 2 home runs, 1.3. That's good. Ohtani's 4 for 5. There's your stuff. Yeah, some stuff there, but nothing impressive. Nothing's impressing me in this one. So the point, I don't like this one. And yeah, I would obviously lean the Dodgers, but I'm not paying 240 at a money line for something that I'm like, at best. No, I think we're just going to play it smart and just end it. Like, we got a lot of great play. I got some awesome plays I love today. This isn't one of them. This is a pass. We're ending it right there. So back to the schedule. Put it on Saturday. So I ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plays. We passed on 5 games. I'm okay with that. That's about my little above average. I'm usually about 8, but hey, that works. So tomorrow is Sunday already. Where'd the weekend go? There's our games. Oh, look who's pitching. Look who's pitching. It's a beautiful day. It's going to be a beautiful day. It's a beautiful week. Oh, Sandy's pitching too. Man, I'm going to have to go get my fades on. I'll go get a haircut, get a fresh fade for these 2 games. Whoa, hold up. Ohtani's pitching too. Oh, buddy. Anyways, I just got excited for Sunday baseball. Anywho, I appreciate you being here. Drop a like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments who you are going to take today. Hell, put a parlay down there. We might take it. We, as in some of the people in the comments, because some of y'all put some good plays out there. I do follow some of them. So check out the HQ. Check out Outlier. Check back tomorrow. That's all I say. We'll see you tomorrow Sunday for more baseball. Peace.